What's up guys, KFC Plays here, back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to grind XP super quick. And today we're going to be using the B25 Premium, and we're going to equip the smallest bombs possible, so the 100s. And we're going to go into a realistic Pearl Harbor map. And as soon as that loads, we're going to create a room. You can make this private, so you can do this with any plane. You can do this with the P40, you can do this with the Premium P40, you can do this with the SBD Dauntless, but since the Mitchell has more bombs, I choose to do this. So right about now is when we're about to take off. So let's just go over really how the XP system works. Now in realistic, it's a little different. Before, every time you got a kill, if you did not die in whatever map you were in, and the game ended and you won, your XP that you had got would be tripled. So instead of getting, say you got one kill, instead of getting two, instead of getting 200 XP, you got 400 XP, which is actually quite nice because, well, that's really how most people nowadays got 1 million XP, or they have 1 million XP, because back then it used to be so easy to get XP, you know, it's literally, now it's a little difficult, but it's still the same easy process. Some people were like, how do you get all these tanks? How do you get all this, how you grind? It's all about the bombers. If you spend time with money and just buy it all out, you'll never really truly understand how it works and really what it all boils down to. And that really is just, it's skill. This requires skill, When I first started this game, I bought the Key 61 and I had no idea how to fly it. At that time, the Key 61 was the most OP plane in the game. Everyone who had it was absolutely dominating everyone. And so now that we have this, it's not so easy for this Key 61 to dominate the field. We have the F4U that came out a couple of years ago, roughly a year ago. And the new P47B, which is really, really fast, and a couple other new planes. But most of the planes you can get for the Americans are for free. Most of them, XP wise. Not a lot. There's a lot of planes you still need to buy gold with, including the premiums. But here I'm showing you the fastest way. And you can do this for other nations. The Heinkel 111, excellent option there. Yeah, it has the options of holding 2 anti-ship torpedoes. So if you can knock one of those destroyers out, that's roughly a naval kill, and I'm pretty sure naval kills are worth 10. Each 10, it's worth 10,000 XP. 1,000 XP. I'm not too sure. But then again, if you go ahead in the game, bomb 2 ships, come back out alive, you'll have at least 20,000 or 30,000. But the way the XPs they've changed in the game, it's not so easy to get XP anymore. Especially since that before it was tripled. Now it's if you die, you get 50%, or I'm not too sure. I have to look at the statistics. But that basically sums it up. So let's talk about what I'm doing here. Right now what I'm doing is I'm getting in a B25 Mitchell here, and I am going to angle myself so that when I attack the ships, I'm not coming at their horizontal, or how do I say this? I'm coming in to the longest side of the ships. And that basically means I'm coming in, I think the best way to describe this is vertical or horizontal. One of those two terms. I'm kind of getting them mixed up. Let me see. Horizontal, yeah, I think it's vertical. Coming in at a vertical angle that's so that they're parallel to each other. So basically when you look at each of the ships, they're all facing one direction. None of them are, it doesn't look different when you look at one and it's hard to aim. You want to come at the best angle possible. And this goes for the same in Battle of Britain. When you are in a Heinkel 111, and I don't suggest you get in a Hampton and do what I'm doing here, because the Hampton is just a painful bomber to use, and really, it doesn't take a lot of shots for it to come down. At least that's what it was before. I haven't checked it out ever since they buffed it, and even when they buffed it, it didn't take that much ammunition to take it down. It only takes a couple of sprays, the 7.9s and the 20s, and that thing just really goes down. But get in a Heinkel 111 and do as I'm doing here. You don't have to use bombs. You can use torpedoes. B-25 can't use torpedoes, so I'm just using bombs for now. Now I'm getting at a reasonable height here, and as you can see, I'm coming in to the point where whenever I look at them, they're parallel. They're all facing one direction. Now it doesn't matter what angle you come in from. really, but this is just the most effective way of dropping the bombs and making sure your targets hit and they hit accurately. Now I'm getting lined up here. I'm making sure that no one's around me. And it is a private match, so I don't know what I was doing. But at the moment, I thought there was people in the game, but there wasn't. It was a private match. I highly recommend you do this in a private match, even though this is kind of like a cheeky way of doing it. But it's the most effective way of doing it if you want to do it really quickly and not want to spend any money or anything. So I do recommend you do this at a higher altitude. My altitude was a little too cautious. Like AA could shoot me down a little bit quicker than they would if I was any lower or higher. But you want to lower your throttle, and you won't want to spam drop them. You want to drop them just, as you can see, I'm putting on a little pause every time I drop them. And those should hit perfectly. I should be able to take out at least 6 or at least 3 or 4 panels. Then the same for the other carrier. I'll line up and make sure that I'm kind of slow so I can make sure I hit every panel. Little pause just to make sure I don't over tap anything, drop more bombs than you need to. Then I try for the destroyer and I pull a little bit too hard to the left. And then I try to correct myself to the right, and it just doesn't really work out. There, drop some bombs there. And see, as I did here, I kind of stalled myself a little bit. Do be careful of that, especially at low altitudes, because AA will have no problem shooting you down. So as you can see here, I got 18 score. So that's roughly 18 kills. I don't know if one of those are, I got another one. I don't know if these are naval kills. One of them could be a naval kill. I don't see anything seeking, and that carrier is still up. So that could be the main thing I dished out here. So I'm coming back for another run. Also, another thing to mention is when you are dropping your bombs, don't get tunnel vision. Don't keep dropping them to the point where you end up having to turn autopilot off and aim it down so you can make sure you hit the bomb. Just try again for another pass, and if it takes long enough, just do it. It's worth it, believe me, because XP in this game is hard to come by if you're doing this and you're trying to rush it. So as you can see, I'm coming in a little slow. I haven't seen my target yet. So, oh, there it is. It's the destroyer. I'm gonna make sure I'm a little slow so I can drop every bomb bit by bit, making sure I'm coming in at a reasonable speed. And the destroyer's already shooting at me, so I want to make sure I can deal with him quickly. And drop all my bombs. And that roughly that should kill most, yeah, there it goes. That should kill most of the AA on it. I'm not sure if it's AA or flak. Does destroyers have AA or flak? I'm not sure. There you go. Big kill there. 23 score. Nice. So now roughly, if I was to go out of game and see how many points that is, that'd give me roughly like 40, 45, 46 score, 46,000, which is not a lot for me, but it is a lot for most people. And I tried to come in here for another landing and go for a pass, but I never actually did it. So, this is just some extra footage. Anyway, guys, this is the quickest way to grind XP. I'm not sure if there's any other ways that I haven't seen yet. But so far, it's either just get a bomber or a fighter or a heavy fighter that can carry a decent load, and you drop it on targets and basically get out of there and do the recycle, keep doing this thing. One mode I do recommend doing it in is New Guinea, because no matter how many ground targets you kill, the game will not end. And so you can have a friend who keeps attacking and losing Buna, and you can just keep killing the ground targets, and so it'll basically keep grinding up your kills. As far as that goes, I'm not too sure. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you found this video really helpful, please like and subscribe if you're new. Comment down below if there's any other suggestions, and if this helps you out or you think it could help a friend out, share it, and make sure that it goes around, because not a lot of people know how to do this, or at least not a lot of people are aware this is happening or is it's possible. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.